From FXEmpire, this is Chris taking a look at natural gas, and as you can see, the parabolic move continues. So the question then becomes, where could we go? So in order to do that, I'm going to have to look, let's take a look at 1 year or 1 week, 5 years. 1 week, maybe monthly even. Let's do 15-year chart. So you can see there is a precedence for gas being this high, but it was back during the GFC, the Great Financial Crisis. As I zoom out to 25 years, you can see that 875, 950, somewhere in that range could be possible. And the only reason, from a technical analysis standpoint, that 950 is possible is because this is a $3 range here that we just broke out of. And from 650 to 950 would be the measured move. Now, having said that, there are some issues with blindly following that. It's the fundamental case. The fundamentals don't line up with it. Maybe they do in the short term, but they don't line up with it in the long term. Europe cannot degasify LNG quick enough or on a broad enough scale to buy enough coming out of America to make it a big deal. The outsized effect on pricing that Russian natural gas has had is the market trying to front run that Europe would cut off natural gas. They have not done so. And with that being the case, all it would take is for a recognition that Europe is going to continue to buy natural gas, and you could have a limit down day pretty quick. So it's very precarious and very difficult. Like I've said, I've been looking for a short setup, and every time I get one, it continues to go higher without kicking it off. So, what are you going to do? You just have to let it go. Certainly buying all the way up here when I suppose you could have bought here, if you ignore that, is a risky way to trade. What I think you're going to have is a pullback to retest support sooner or later. Previous resistance becomes support. If it doesn't hold, that's it. That'll be the end of it. Now, you're going to have to pay attention to German gas purchases. It's really coming down to that. Can we get to 950? I mean, sure, anything's possible. But it's just not a risk I'm willing to take here, because you'd have to be able to swallow like a 75-cent drop and hope that it holds if you started to buy here. I mean, chasing the trade very rarely works. It's a very bad form for trading. That's why I won't do it. I have found oil markets easier to trade. That's another thing too. Nat gas could be replaced by crude oil, driving that price higher. For energy production, temperature, we're in a little bit of a cold snap in the northeastern part of the United States for this time of year. Cold snap being somewhat of a quoted phrase in quotes. I mean, I'm sitting here doing this video with a window open and the gas on very slightly. It's not like it's freezing. But having said that, the higher we go, the more brutal the pullback's going to be, and that's truly what I'm concerned about more than anything else.